Once, in the serene heart of an ancient forest, there lived a wise Zen monk named Master Kaito. He was known far and wide for his profound wisdom and the serene tranquility that seemed to radiate from his very being. Students from distant lands would journey to his modest temple nestled among the whispering trees to seek his teachings. Among these students was a young man named Hiroshi, who, despite his earnest desire, struggled deeply with maintaining focus in his studies and in his meditation. His mind was like a restless wind, constantly fluttering from thought to thought, never settling, never still. This troubled Hiroshi greatly, and one day, he approached Master Kaito, seeking guidance. "Master," Hiroshi began, his voice tinged with frustration, "I find myself unable to focus on anything for long. My mind wanders incessantly, and I fear I will never achieve the tranquility and understanding that I seek. How can I train my mind to be still?" Master Kaito regarded Hiroshi with a gentle smile, the kind that seemed to calm the very air around him. "Come with me," he said simply, and led Hiroshi out of the temple and into the heart of the forest. They walked in silence until they reached a clear, tranquil pond. The surface of the water was like glass, reflecting the azure sky and the verdant canopy of the forest with perfect clarity. Master Kaito picked up a small pebble and handed it to Hiroshi. "Observe the pond, how calm and still it is," Master Kaito instructed. "Now, throw the pebble into the pond." Hiroshi did as he was told, and they both watched as the pebble broke the surface of the water, sending ripples cascading outward until the entire pond was disturbed. "The mind is like this pond," Master Kaito said, his voice soft yet carrying a profound depth. "When it is calm and still, it reflects the world accurately, without distortion. But when we throw stones of thought into it, ripples form, disturbing its tranquility and clarity." Hiroshi watched, mesmerized, as the ripples slowly faded and the pond returned to its state of serene stillness. "Your task," continued Master Kaito, "is not to try to stop the stones from being thrown. That is impossible, for thoughts will always arise. Instead, learn to let the ripples settle on their own. Do not engage with them or judge them. Simply observe them as they arise and fade away, and return your focus to the stillness of the pond." Hiroshi pondered Master Kaito's words deeply. In the days and weeks that followed, he practiced observing his thoughts just as he had observed the ripples in the pond, without attachment or judgment. Gradually, he found that his mind began to settle of its own accord, and moments of profound stillness and clarity became more frequent in his meditation. Through Master Kaito's simple yet profound lesson, Hiroshi learned the art of focusing not by force, but by gentle observation and acceptance of the nature of his mind. And in doing so, he found the tranquility and understanding he had been seeking all along. The story of Hiroshi and Master Kaito imparts a timeless lesson on the nature of focus and the path to inner peace. The moral of this tale is twofold, offering deep insights into the practice of mindfulness and the journey towards self-mastery. Firstly, it teaches us that the mind, like a serene pond, possesses its inherent tranquility and clarity. Our thoughts and worries are the pebbles thrown into this pond, creating ripples that disturb our inner peace. The lesson here is not to attempt to prevent these thoughts from arising, which is an exercise in futility, but to learn how to let them settle naturally. This speaks to the practice of mindfulness, observing our thoughts without attachment or judgment, allowing them to come and go like waves on the shore. It's a reminder that peace comes not from a lack of disturbance, but from our response to disturbances. Secondly, the story underscores the importance of patience and persistence in the pursuit of focus and tranquility. Just as Hiroshi could not immediately master the art of letting the ripples settle but achieved it through consistent practice, so too must we understand that mastery over our minds is a gradual process. It requires dedication, patience, and the willingness to return to the practice, even when it seems difficult or when progress appears slow. In essence, the message is to approach life and its inevitable challenges with a sense of calm observation and acceptance. By learning to observe our thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in them, we can find a deeper sense of peace and focus in our lives. This story encourages us not to be disheartened by the distractions and disturbances that life throws our way, but to see them as opportunities to practice returning to our natural state of tranquility and clarity.